So again, we talked about yung posible yung from the tenga. Headphones, IEMs, prosumer, IEMs. Ano yung gusto nyo? Alright. Then we go to the question of wired or wireless. So this is just a simple diagram of what a simple wired system is. Out of your mixer, yung mixes nyo is auxes nyo, di ba? So it goes to a headphone amp. The headphone amp could be yung mga ibang rack mountable na nasa side of the stage and cable lang yung tinatakbo natin, or it could be something just beside them na. It could be a small amp, headphone amp like this one, di ba? And then, yun nga, yung gagawa lang tayo ng extension cable going towards yung baby connector na gano'n, di ba? Meron tayo nabibiling yan, mga female PL connector. We could customize that. Yun, latag lang, pahinggan. That's the wired solution using headphone amps. You could have as much headphone amps as possible if you want. Yung maganda pa nga dito, these headphone amps are so cheap. Kung backup singers, at least meron kang 4 channels for 2, 3, 4 na backup singers mo kasi nakatayo lang naman sila dun, di ba? You've got your musicians, you could just give them one of each of these. Tas, they could control their volume. Yun yung importante. They could control your volume. If, kunyari, kung musicians naman, you could always get a accessory such as this one that attaches to a microphone stand. Secure that, glue that there, nakamount yan, di ba? Pag nakamount yan dun sa mic stand, then nandun na yung control nyo. For every mix, you need a headphone amp. Kunyari, you've got a mix for the drummer, you've got a mix for the keyboardist, guitarist, na acoustic guitar. So you could always get an aux headphone amp to their IEMs or to their headphones. Yun yung wired solution natin. And then you've got the wireless solution. So a wireless solution, essentially cutting the wire. I mean, in short, yun lang naman yun, di ba? But again, do remember yung mga bagay na binanggit ko kanina about wireless RF management, di ba? The RF challenges when you add more wireless devices sa system nyo. But I do want to mention that once you go wireless, and if yung mga, let's say, 2, 3, 4 individuals will basically need the same feed anyway, kumbaga, pare-pareho naman papahinggan lang. You don't need to buy 4 individual sets. Unlike a wireless mic, na hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng more than 1 transmitter for 1 receiver, everything transmitting in 1 frequency, hindi pwede yun sa wireless mic. Pero pag sa IEM, kabaliktaran na eh. So imagine your wireless RF transmitter for your IEM systems, no? It's a radio station. So nagtatransmit lang yun. So any number of receivers can get it. So the receiver is your belt pack. So belt pack ng IEM mo would be something like this, di ba? As long as you're tuned into the frequency, it will receive it. So now I hope I was able to kind of, discuss everything that I want to tell you guys. And at this time, I'd want to get to the questions. So Alan is asking, what could be the best advice for first-time users of IEMs when they were galing sa wedge, di ba? Best advice would be, well, try wired first, get a hang of it, get comfortable. I've always advocated, when you have your digital consoles, record a session of your music ministry so that may material kayo pang sound check. Well, not only to sound check, but may material kayo to, sound check and play and test. Test your system, test an IEM, good. So yun yung ano ko, don't go wireless, just buy wired. Testing nyo lang. I mean, test nyo how a monitor, mag-mix kayo sa monitor and how that relates kung naka-headphones or IEMs na lang kayo. It's gonna be totally different. You'd realize wala yung bass, but you'd also realize na hindi nyo pala kailangan yung bass na yun because you're getting enough. You're not after when you're with IEMs, you're not really after that low end. Wala rin naman kayo talaga mararamdaman yun. It's a waste of energy dun sa IEMs nyo. And it's gonna probably make everything muddy or take away a lot of power from the ano. But then again, you look at the second harmonics, yung tick-tick, di ba? Yung ganyan, para lang you get a semblance of, yung pa rin yung tempo na hinahanap nyo, naririnig nyo. So, yun lang. My best advice, test it first. Test it first. Wired system, compare how you've been using your monitors and compare that to IEMs. All right, thank you. Egay de Leon, meron akong napihitang concert na isang band years ago pa sa music hall in Green Hills. Very satisfied ang band. Resulta ginawa monitor mix, the sound and everything. So decided to copy everything from the position of the wedges, the mix equivalent. Even yung volumes ng mga amps ng guitar. But unfortunately, sa sunod na concert, date, ibang-iba ang tunog. What could have happened? Yeah, well, a lot. A lot could have happened between my performance now and my performance next week. Energy level could be totally different. Temperature could be totally different. Position could be totally different. Just a lot of things. You change the gain structure, probably suddenly everything changes. Yung ganon. So we have to take live sound as moments. Maybe yung previous na success, even if it's the same venue, di ba? Yung previous could only be looked at as a template. But when it happens, listo lang tayo, ready to do the changes. It happens, a lot of things can happen. Alan Pasqua, zero everything, yeah, that's for sure. I mean, tatandaan ko, di ba, when we were doing analog consoles before, kahit yung previous, kunyari, yung huling event, yung tech, may ginawa siya. When you look at the board, physically everything's there. You kind of know the story, more or less, shall we say, story. Kung ano yung ginamit, paano ginamit. You see the auxes, yung pihit. Yung problema sa digital boards ngayon, everything's like under. Alam mo, hindi mo alam kung, yung VCA pala naka-set ng ganito. Or yung aux pala, but yung sa EQ nakababa yung gain. Whatever. Hindi nyo na alam eh. Kaya nga, I've always said, pag gumamit kayo ng digital console, always clear console. Yeah, that's the term. To clear console, return everything to default, and just start all over. Or, kung meron ka ng mga presets mo, great. Clear console, call up a preset, ayos. At least you know kung ano yung starting point mo. Creating presets, very important. You should consider, guys, using digital consoles. Yan yung parang saving grace nyo. It's something between clear console and just hoping na tama. I mean, it's always nice na meron kayong default template na pupuntahan. Diba? At least alam nyo, okay, all the EQs are flat and, like, all the levels, all the routings are this and that. Yun, parang masarap lang look into making presets for any kind of scenario. Yeah. Of course, na naintindihan nyo rin, na alam nyo, diba? Best advice, first-time users, I may use to wedge. There are issues about acoustics and feel the music. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Tama, Allen. Tama. Yun na nga yan. Again, best advice, try it out. Don't go wireless, just go wired. Pakinggan nyo. Use your headphones na available sa inyo. Just try to get a feel of it. Kumbaga, just try to be familiar with ano yung magiging environment nyo pag once na, you get that kind of isolation. You may like it, you may find it weird, then tweak it to how you could like it. From JJ, sa IEM series na artist na nagtatanggal ng earpiece suddenly, if sobra ho ba ang signal level, send of the art sends hard signal to FH Alam mo, yun nga maganda. I think kailangan natin na-explain mabuti sa artist rin sometimes yung systems natin. Kung minsan biglang tatanggal sila kasi malakas or what, they have to realize na may volume control sila on the belt pack, di ba? So, they have to be conscious na parang, alam nyo, the best way to set it is, on the mixer, ano yung maximum send na probably gugustuhin mo, di ba, na malakas na. Then, put that more or less in the middle, yung 50% ng sa belt pack. Para he could go louder or softer. But in as far as yung mixing console is concerned, busog yun, di ba? So, yun. Yung full, yung ikaw, yung iset mo dun sa mixer mo na yung Parang busog na signal na papunta dun sa transmitter. And then dun sa belt pack receiver nila, give it to them na alam mo yung level na alam mong malakas would be 50%. Iabot mo sa kanila na nakapatay, then tell them, ikaw ang mag-adjust. Don't let them wear it tapos tutunog agad yon. Make them feed yung volume para sila mismo, yung ears nila hindi agad alam mo yun, there's that thing about our ears pag malakas masyado yung tunog, siya mismo may parang self-limiting. Maganda, sila and yung artist mismo, sila na mismo yung mag-unti-unti mag-angat niyan para they could get comfortable. And yun na nga, kasi pag nabibigla sila, then they should be conscious na abutin lang nila tapos hinaan nila. That's my thing. Okay. Jay Encarnacion, what kind of ambient mic needs either shot? No, I mean, like, I would not suggest a shotgun. Kung meron naman, okay, pero don't go out and buy one just for that, diba? Mas practical to just use your pencil condenser. Kasi parang shotgun mic only takes a certain, diba? Certain part yun So, paano kunyari nandito yung parang he's trying to connect with someone here, di niya ririnig. Because shotgun Again, there's this whole issue about the big advantage of going stereo IEMs versus mono. Pag stereo, of course, it takes more access sa mix, no, sa capabilities ng mixer. But the thing is, when you create a stereo IEM mix, you create this panorama na parang tuloy yung artist do feel that they're in the middle of the situation. Hindi yung parang everything's here, di ba? Pag mono. Oh, alam nyo ba? This is an old school thing. I don't know kung na gagawa ngayon. I've seen it being overlooked. Overlooked. If you're doing monitors, and then maglalagay ka ng monitors, you're doing monitors on stage, yung mix, pero lalagay ka ng monitors dito, di ba? Make sure that ang feed doon sa monitors mo is post-processing, meaning after the EQ. Okay, why? Because para kung again, I've always said kung pwede talaga have, especially with vocal mics, have the same type of vocal mic across the range, or at least yung lead singer, sige, mas mahal, mas special. But everybody else has more or less the same mic para yung tunog mo mas na gagwardyahan mo, mas tansyado mo. Second, your monitors would be more or less similar to the frontal monitors at least. And bakit post-processed? Dun mo kinukuha yung signal para kahit yung feedback, kunyari kung may pumito, narinig mo rin dito yun sa monitors mo. So, alam mo, you're not relying on yung feedback na nangyari doon. Kung ano yung narinig mo dito, yun So, mas madali mo ma-identify rin yung pito. At the same time, naririnig mo exactly kung ano yung nangyayari doon sa frontals, di ba? Or si bassist, di ba? Sabi niya, konting taba. I mean, at least naririnig mo kung ano yung lumalabas doon. And yung taba na sinasabi niya, you'd have more or less an idea kung ano yung taba na yung sinasabi niya, di ba? Naririnig mo as you are adjusting. Kung meron mang choir singer, feed them yung music na sasabayan nila. Pero hindi mo na dapat i-feed yung boses nila doon sa monitors. Kasi it could be a distraction at the same time, other than the possibility of feedback also. Sila mismo, they listen to themselves. So, to do their blending and all that. Kaya nga, parang they will only need the monitor kung naiingayan na sila. So, don't start the cycle na parang palakas nun, tapos kailangan sila lakasan, tapos di ba? Alright, thank you so much, guys. I think that's it for now. Thank you for your time. Maraming salamat sa inyo na umabot tayo ng katatagal. If you got any questions, just add it there. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Of course, plug ko na lang ang ating Pushing Faders, Facebook page ng Pushing Faders. Do check out some of the deals in the music source. Please subscribe and like. TMS, the music source, does have an online store, themusicsourceph.com. Anyway, I would like to thank everyone for your time. I hope may na-impart ako. Kung meron man kulang, just call me out, inform me. I answer questions naman. Practice to get better. Kita-kita tayo sa susunod. Take care. See you in the next.